Okay, here we are. I forgot where I left off last time, but I what I did, I lapped the valves with some grinding compound, coarse and fine, just on the back two cylinders, and then I don't know if I made a video of measuring, like in between the rings and the cylinder wall. I measured a lot more than I thought it was supposed to be, which is 2 or 3 thousandths it was supposed to be, but. Then when I pulled the piston out, I realized that the piston is thinner at the top half above the wrist pin. It's thinner there, so it would look like it's too big. So then I got a bore gauge and I measured the bores, and it seemed that, and then I took one piston out. I just took number one piston out, and I measured the bore in certain places and then measured the piston in other places. And it was really close. It was a couple of thou. So evidently, I thought I was going to find burned pistons or something, but it doesn't look that bad. Where the heck is it? I don't even remember where I put it, because I didn't want to screw around with this thing much anymore. I was losing interest. I was going to shit can the project. And then I realized that there was a guy not too far from me who was just letting go this, he just, got junk out of people's houses, when they had problems or whatever, when they had to liquidate their crap. So he came across this, and it was kind of sitting outside for a while. And it's an 83, one of the first ones. I noticed a few small differences, like the ignition keys don't match. You can't put the ignition key from that one into this 83. It's an 85. I guess they changed little things here and there. I noticed a few other little differences, like this. Here's plastic on this old one, and not on that one. It's all rubber. Just a few minor things, but mostly the same. And then when I got it home, tires were flat. I think the back tire is actually splitting apart. I've never seen this. I've never seen this. It looks like a split, and I thought, is that a marker? But it's a little channel. I think I filled it up with air. I'm not sure how much I put in there because I didn't really check it. But I think it's cracking. I think it's gonna split. So that's not too safe. Although it would be in not bad shape. It's just probably too old. Too bad. I guess it rotted, got hard, and somebody pumped it up. Maybe it was what happened when I did it. I don't remember hearing anything, but I wasn't paying that much attention. She's just pumping up the tire. But anyway, I got it back. First thing I wanted to do was just get the carbs off, because I was going to slap my carbs, because they're all set and ready to go, onto this and see if it ran. But then before I did that, I've been so flummoxed by the compression on that old other one that the first thing I did was a compression check, and this thing's got like 170 within 10% of each other in all four. And it says it's got 63 miles. And I was thinking, well, that could be 108,900. But I'm not sure what they do when they go over 100,000. But anyway, it looks super good, and it's got the Yix bottles in here. I gotta check those and see if they're leaking or anything. I don't have that on mine. And it's got a TCI box, and if this thing's only got 9,000 miles in it, maybe it was just stored in a barn for a long time or something. It's got some things worse than my other one. The engine seems to be great as far as just the compression check. I don't know if I'm just going to hurry up and swap that motor into the other one. This is not a Royale, so it doesn't have the radio, which mine doesn't have a radio anyway, but factory it came with a radio. and something else. Oh yeah, the automatic air suspension. It doesn't have that. It's not on the dashboard or anything. But I'm thinking, man, if it's really got 9,000, this thing's should be in pretty good shape. I can't resist the urge to slap the carbs in, but then I just got to take them off again if I'm going to put it in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's got a few things that mine's missing. These side panels, that side panel there. There's an air filter. Mine was a screwed up air filter. There's an air filter. I just got to put a new piece of foam in. That foam is like rotted, so it's been sitting for a long time, but it's in good shape. There's not a lot of rat's nests in this one. I kind of like that about it, but the front forks are like you push them all the way down, and they don't really rebound. So I'm not real familiar with that. They're air with oil, probably like the Gold Wings, and I know it's like that. But mine leak, but they're not as bad as this. Like this one, after I strapped it down to bring it home in the trailer, and then when I unstrapped it, it barely moved up. It only moved up like about an inch, and I had them cranked all the way down because it was kind of squirrely. I only had 2 straps on it, but we got it home. I got to hear the engine run. I hope the TCI box is good. I think I'm gonna slap my carbs on there and give it a go. Oh yeah, the starter sounds so much better. The starter sounds like it should. It just goes beep 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 beep. You know, mine clashes and smashes sometimes, just like the Virago. And I kind of know why, but I would expect it. But still, this one sounds like it's not as many miles on it. Just probably was stored shitty or something. Oh yeah. Damn it. Dadgum thing. Yeah, because I was getting sick of this damn thing. This needed to be welded. It was leaking, and somebody I think brazed it with a big blob. I think that's like a brass or something. But whatever, it didn't do a good job. Maybe it got worse. I was thinking about cutting these off. Cutting these, they're welded on. These are the beauty, what do you call them, trim pieces. Just thinking about cutting those, taking those off. There's 2 more here. Cut that one, get this chrome piece off, and then put that in the sandblaster, clean it all up, and try to weld it. Try to do a good job. I'll probably grind that off before I even weld it. I think I'll have room to get that into the grinder, or I can just use my hand grinder. We'll see. I might just use the one off of that one. That one will be the sacrificial, because this is a, yeah, like I said, this is a Royale. That one's not. That's just the Venture. I wish I had some more tires. I don't think I trust these tires either. I'm gonna have to buy some new tires. These got some rot on them too, but I rode on them. Sometimes I ride on bad tires, but you know, you got to see if the thing's gonna run before you get tires. This thing's kicking my ass. Now I'm all excited to start ripping into that one. I know if I leave this, man, it's gonna make a big old mess, and I don't even want to touch this thing anymore. I might put it back together. Put most of it, probably put the bottom pan on, put the heads back on, torque them up, get the valve train back into timing, get all the stuff put back in, the spark plugs put back in, and then take whatever assorted paraphernalia I don't need for that one, whatever, bring that one over to this one, put it in the box along with the engine, get it out of the way. Get ready for a new engine. maybe. I gotta get it running first.